Well, I've already had a quick conversation with Theo about a week ago, where he talked about a lot about schools, about admissions, about the GMAT, and I thought it would be interesting to have maybe more insight from other speakers as well. So I saw the post, and I saw that there will be a quick conversation about this subject, the schools and everything. Everything that interests me, basically, since I'm looking into admission right now. So yes, that's about it.
Basically, you're mainly interested about tests.
Yes, the GMAT test, but even the admission or the.
Okay.
Yes.
So you want to have general information on admissions, huh?
Yes, basically that's.
Esteban, I guess that you're from Spain, Esteban. So what do you expect from tonight's seminar, Esteban?
Yeah, I'm actually French and Spanish, so
okay. So you have a Spanish name, but so what do you expect from tonight's seminar?
So I just expect to know a bit more about the admission process, going from a BBA 4-year program to just a master, maybe master in management or master in science. We'll see. And just, there's so much information and so much to know about. So I was just there by curiosity and see if I could also meet some new people.
Yes, of course. So Mohamed, I know you. Hello, Mohamed. What do you expect from today's seminar, Mohamed? Hello, Mohamed. Mohamed. I have a problem. Maya. Alors, Maya Monchot, not Maïalen, but Maya, what do you expect from tonight's seminar, Maya? Hello? Hello?
I think, Hubert, we can start webinar because students are joining.
Okay, so you know what you expect. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically, Theo, okay? Yeah. Alors, you have been accepted. Let's go to the point, to the core of the seminar. So you have been accepted. You have been accepted to LBS Fudan GMIM program, okay? And you have applied to this program only, okay? Mm-hmm. So can you please tell us why you believe that this program is the best of the best?
Well, obviously, it depends on what you want to do with your career. But if you want to work in China, you don't have that many possibilities. Even if you want to work in Asia, would say INSEAD could be another great choice. But when it comes to creating what they call Guanxi, it could be translated as network. China, well, will only accept a great school like Fudan, so it's the equivalent of the Ivy League in China. Yeah. So, which is why I've chosen the GMIM because, well, first of all, London Business School is more than well known in Europe. So, if I want to begin my career like in London or anywhere in Europe, I won't have any issues with that. And if I want to then turn out to go to the Chinese market or even the Asian market, having Fudan on the curriculum vitae, well, basically I can do whatever I want. So that's a great help for that. Obviously, the 2-year experience is also a great plus. So which is why I've chosen this program.
Okay, that's why you chose this program. You, Maïalen, you have been accepted to many programs. You have not just applied to one. You've been accepted to IAC, LBS, INSEAD, and ESCP. So why have you chosen ESCP? Sorry, INSEAD.
INSEAD, yeah, sure. So I decided to go with the INSEAD for many reasons. The first one being the name of the university, well established in the world, very recognized. I know that the MIM of INSEAD is very new, but I think it's a great opportunity and to start my career in consulting, to improve my English also, to work with diversity and also to exchange with MBA alumni. So I think it's really something that will help me to boost my career.
Okay. So basically, I agree with you. So for those who attend the seminar, so what you have to see is that people apply to a school for 2 reasons. One, because of the reputation. You agree? Reputation is key. Second of all, the network, and also the printouts, the power that the school has in the country where they want to grow and work. You agree? So, for instance, Theo, he said to himself, Fudan is the best one in China. By the way, Theo speaks Chinese pretty well, but at the same time, I don't want to take a risk. What if I decide not to live in China because I don't like it, or because the perspective are not what I expect? So I will also take LBS. It's a way for him to mitigate the risk. I say I have a very good program, and at the same time, I can combine my interest and passion for China with a good master program. Am I right, Theo?
Completely right, exactly.
And Maïalen, so I know you well because you are my students. And Maïalen, I said that Maïalen, she wants to work in consulting, and she said to herself, INSEAD is the best school for consulting, and plus it will give me a reach to both France. So the first 6 months is in Fontainebleau, and the last 6 months are in Singapore. Will give me a reach to Asia. So basically, we see that people today, when they are applying for a program, they apply for a program because of the reputation, because of the network, and because also of the reputation that the school has in a given sector. So tell me, if all that being said, so what is the reputation that INSEAD and Fudan has in the sector in which you want to work, Theo? And can you give us facts?
For Fudan is well known for everything. Like it's I think it's common to most of the top Chinese school. Even if you do a degree in literature, you could literally work in consulting as long as the school is one of the best. It's a bit like in England, if you were in part of the Oxbridge, like Cambridge, Oxford, even if you have the worst degree from this school, you can do whatever you want after that. So that's why Fudan is a great school to do, well, basically everything. But for me, it was mostly to work with big tech industries and defense, automotive, and aerospace industries. So for that, it's well known. So perfect to me.
Do you have have you made we know that INSEAD is a good school for consulting, but have you made extra research? Have you used the data of the Chaos Center, Maïalen?
To do my research about INSEAD?
You know, there's a Career Center where they do statistics. Have you made some type of research?
Yeah, actually, it was a tough choice between LBS and INSEAD, and I wanted to know which school will help me to get the MBB, so McKinsey, Bain, and BCG. So I do my research with the number of students and also with the students that enter to this consulting firm. And at the end, for me, the best ratio was with INSEAD. That is why I choose INSEAD. Also, not just this single point, but it's helped me to choose the school.
So, same thing for you. Basically, Theo, can you explain to us the structure of the program? Because it's a 2-year program. So can you explain to us the structure? What do you get in London? What do you get in China? How do they intertwine? Explain to us.
Yeah, so basically, when you get into the Global Master Management, first of all, you'll go to London, to the main campus, starting from the 23rd of August. And then you'll be with the Master in Management team, so basically with every other student. And you'll earn, after 9 months, the first master, so the Master Management from LBS. After that, you have 3 months to do a summer internship. Well, most of the student goes in finance, MBBs, or any bulge bracket finance industries. So yeah, you can do whatever you want for the next 3 months. And after that, you go to China, specifically to Shanghai, and you'll stay for 9 more months in Shanghai, studying for the Master of International Business in Fudan. So there you'll have great opportunities to meet with great firms, even MBBs, big tech companies from China, so Alibaba, BYD, and everything. And after that, you again have 3 months to do whatever you want after going to the career market.
Okay, so that's the thing. And Maïalen, can you explain to us the structure of the program? It's a different type of structure because you have 5 periods. It depends, even 6 periods, depending the way you count. So can you explain to our students how it works?
Sure, it's much shorter than than PO, but you are starting with P0. Actually, it's now. We have virtual courses with Python. We have to strengthen the Spanish, another language, and then we can go to the school in the 19th of August in Fontainebleau for 6 months, and then we are going to Singapore to study the Asian market also for at least 4 months, and we have also field trip organized in Abu Dhabi, in San Francisco, and in Shanghai also. And we have to do one of those. So I think it will be pretty interesting. And at the end, we have also an internship or professional experience to do of at least 4 months. So yeah.
Yeah, so you can do an internship after the program.
Exactly.
Or you can work directly, but
Exactly.
most of the people they work. Maïalen.
Yeah,
You're not going to do an internship.
I
You
plan
have a
to
full-time
work.
job. You're not going to pay so much money.
Yeah.
For that. Alors, basically, in terms of, by the way, of financing, so congratulations because you both got the scholarship, £20,000 for Theo and 15,000 for Maïalen. According to you, why did you get a scholarship, and how will you finance this program? It's ISEC is already expensive, so how will you finance further studies? Go ahead.
You want to go first, Maïalen, or I go?
Yeah,
You can.
Maïalen, you can start.
Because I called the bank just like 2 hours before, 2 hours ago, to do a loan. But I was very happy to get this scholarship. It's a scholarship for diversity, because I think in my resume and also in my essay, I really insist in my implication in diversity and in the corporate world with the association, with active membership and stuff. And I think I will probably, for sure, do a loan, student loan, in order to help me to pay the school, but also to pay for the trip, and I will reimburse it pretty fast, I think, later after the program.
Yeah. So yes, because basically, can you explain the type of salary that you can expect to get, and what type of support you can get from companies as well?
Actually, INSEAD had a partnership with BNP with a pretty good rate, I think. And also the school is pretty well known in the sector, so you can do a loan without any major problem.
But did you ask for a guarantee? Did you ask for
I don't think so.
guarantee?
I think you have like 20,000 prêt de l'État without guarantee, and the rest is with the bank. But so I will figure it out later. But I think I don't need a guarantee.
But by the way, if I can give you a tip, Maïalen, you start. You give them because you give them 75% of the amount, and after that, if there is some missing, you tell them I will pay you once I work. That's something that can work with INSEAD, not with SBS.
Okay.
I
didn't know.
Yeah, no, but imagine that you owe them 50,000, you give them 40,000. As you know, the scholarship is given at the end. But if there is 10,000 euros missing, you can say, look, I have 10,000 euros missing. Of course, for that, you have to be a very good student.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, you will tell them, can I pay you once I start to work? I know a student from EM Lyon who did so, and they let him pay the 10,000 euros missing after graduation once he decided to work in Dubai. What about you, Theo? How would you do? So you got a scholarship, but still life in London is expensive.
Yeah.
You will hardly pay for the metro tickets.
Well, when it comes to the scholarship, for me it was the merit base. So I suppose it was due to the double degree most of all, and the grades also. And association could have played a part, but I think it's mostly the two of them. And when it comes to paying the rest, I'm in the same situation as Maïalen, in fact. So I just had 2 calls just yesterday to do the loan. So it will be a loan. They didn't ask for any guarantor, so quite happy with that. And well, life is very expensive in London. Right now, I'm looking at flats for like £350 a week. So it's something, yeah, I'm not enjoying that particularly, but you have to do that. So it will be in the loan too, obviously.
Yeah,
but
it would
big worries to that. When they ask for the salaries, again, no difficulties there.
Exactly. So you all know that these studies are quite expensive, but it is much cheaper compared to an MBA. Huh? That's why if you can go for master in management, go for it. Okay, you're going to save a lot of money. You have to know that an MBA in America costs $300,000. Okay, so honestly, if you can do 1 year MIM at LBS, you get the same as an MBA because you do the MIM when you're much younger. Okay, so if you do a good MIM, you don't even need to do an MBA. So you're going to save a lot of money. By the way, it's a major problem now for MBA programs because they have this competition of the MIM. So now, do you have questions? Kylian, Mohamed, Esteban, Maya, Clément, Vendry, Irina, Logan. Do you have questions for us? Hello?
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you ask for the scholarship or do they send a mail or how does it happen?
I don't know for you, Theo, but for me, it was just a random mail telling me that I've been giving me
awarded a scholarship. Yeah, you have received a scholarship. Yeah.
And for us, it depends. You have two types of scholarships. You have the diversity type, so maybe like women in business and everything. Like you have to apply for that. You have to say like, I want to apply for this specific scholarship. But for all the other scholarships, like the full ride, the merit base, associative scholarship, like they have so many scholarships, even depending on your country. You don't apply. You just have to ask for the diploma, and then like I think it's 2 weeks after the results, they'll send you emails, and if you get a scholarship, then congratulations.
Amazing.
Yeah. Now you have to see that the scholarship, it doesn't mean that they're going to send you money. It means that the last installment of £20,000, you don't have to pay for it. Huh? So basically, you cannot say, look, I don't have the money, I will use the scholarship, and maybe in January 25, I will ask my godfather to give me the rest. No, it's not the way it works. You have the scholarship after you get it at the end. So you don't pay the last installment. And same thing for you, Maïalen. You have to pay INSEAD now, and just at the end, you will not have to pay the last 15,000.
Exactly.
By the way, so that's the question. Do you have any other question, Logan? By the way, because I was in contact with Logan. Logan, you have questions to ask to Theo? Hello.
Yeah. So hello. I'm sorry, I'm a little late. Just have some problems with my computer, but no, it's fine. For the moment, I don't have any questions, so it's fine for me.
Okay. Basically, the second thing that we have to see, and for which people have questions, it's the admission process. Okay. Alors, so that's the admission process. Alors, maybe, Theo was very fast, and Maïalen took more time. So basically, Maïalen, can you explain the admission process from the day you have decided to join MBA Center to the day you have received the scholarship offer? Tell me.
Okay, a long journey. So first of all, I'm not bilingual, as you can see, as you can heard. So it was pretty difficult for me to work on the exam. I chose to pass the GMAT first, and I did it on my own. It was pretty tough, and my score wasn't enough, so I chose to go with an organism and some BBA. I'm sorry. That some BBA student has been with MBA Center, so that is why I choose to first have an interview, a discussion with the MBA Center and Dr. Hubert, and then I choose to join the MBA Center. With Dr. Hubert, we decided that the GMAT was not the best fit for me, but instead the GRE, much more easier to work, especially on the verbal section, because you have to learn vocabularies, but also it's much more easier and more fun year to work. So yeah, that is why I choose to work with the MBA center, and at the end we were pretty during intense hour. It was not easy because you have to do some sacrifice in order to succeed. For example, you can't go out every weekend. You can't. You have to study also with your professional activity. So it's not easy to manage. But at the end, I'm pretty happy with the results. I've been accepted to, I think, all my choices. So yeah.
You had 100% success. You got ESCP, IAC, LBS, and INSEAD. And what is interesting with Maïalen is that, remember, we started with, because we were not too confident, so we started with an easier program like IAC, ESCP, and little by little, we said we're going to target now a more difficult program because we have worked together for a long time. Maïalen, remember?
I think it's since November. Since November, something like that.
And little by little, we have gained confidence. So I want to tell you that I have now even students who are starting with us this summer. So they will do the MIM, and if they get a good GMAT and if they get accepted to good schools, they will probably also apply for deferred MBA. So they will apply to Harvard, Wharton, Stanford, such schools. Basically, I have to say that you build confidence. It's like in sports. You build confidence, and little by little, you say, okay, now I've got. Remember that when you got IAC, you were very happy. And I said to myself, maybe we should try. We can have something better. That's what we did. Alors, Theo is the counterexample, okay?
Yeah.
Because we prepared at the last minute. So can you tell us how? Yeah.
Nah, not that last minute because I knew. Well, I engaged at MBA Center like 2 years after my first year.
Years ago, and you have disappeared for 1 year and 9 months.
Exactly. And so basically, I applied for round 4 because I was around the world at the time, so I did many countries like Qatar and Singapore. So wasn't as easy as to participate for the Saturday class with Dr. Hubert. But well, you should follow them because it's way easier to do that and then get a high score to the GMAT or GRE. So same approach, doing the classes. Even took private tutoring lessons with Dr. Hubert. So which was very helpful. So did the GRE, got 331, which is equivalent to what 730 or GMAT, 740.
I was very impressed by your results.
Well, I had great help for that.
In 1 month. It's not
Nah, not in 1 month because I had when it comes to English, I had not many difficulties when it comes to that. So verbal part was quite easy. But for the quant part, it was very great to have you as a teacher. That's for sure.
Okay. So it's very good. So what do you expect, Maïalen? What do you expect to experience honestly at INSEAD? What do you expect to go through? What do you expect to discover? Tell me term of friendship, teaching, care offers. I mean, what do you expect to experience this next 12 months?
So first of all, I think I really expect from INSEAD that they will give me the tool to succeed in the consulting, at least for the start of my career. Maybe helping me with the processus getting into a consulting firm. You have the cases, you have to be prepared for that kind of stuff. So I think it will be really at first helpful for all the career services. I really hope also to enjoy my time in the campus with the school diversity. It's more than at least, I think, 30 nationalities in the program. So I think it will be pretty incredible. And also to really start building something, to get involved in the school community, creating maybe my own association related to sports, or also support the Women in Business Association. maybe on the communication and marketing team. So connecting with companies such as McKinsey, Carrefour in France and also abroad. So I'm really eager to make most of my time at INSEAD.
Okay, that's what you expect to. And you, so of course, you, Theo, is going to be much longer. So what do you expect? What do you expect from these 2 years? That it's going to be. Don't worry, we go very fast. So what do you expect to experience these next 2 years? Theo?
Well, I think mostly the opportunity to network a lot. Like just right now, we have so many students, trying to engage with other students coming from basically all over the world. So it's very interesting to see. We create like WhatsApp and Meets and everything. There are so many events already by MBAs and Master Management, Master in Finance, MAN or everything. So that's so great to see so much people giving their insights for MBBs and finance things, even PowerPoints. I've seen sessions for PowerPoints. So it's so great to see so many students, and that's, I think, one of the thing that I'm waiting the most for at least for the coming year. And after that, for the second year in Fudan, it will be to engage with the Chinese company, because that's where I want to work the most. So engage a lot with them, have discussion with the teachers, see if Guangxi can work for me there. And well, obviously, trying to find the company where I want to work for the at least next 5 to 10 years.
Okay, yeah, very good. So maybe the last questions. Have you got questions? I don't know, Esteban, Irina, Kylian. You have questions that you want to ask? Andri?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Kylian. Kylian, you first. Yeah, Kylian.
Okay, thank you. My question was that you were accepted to multiple universities, right? But do some of them have like a commitment sort of thing? Like, do you have to commit to a certain school before waiting for another response, for example?
Yeah. Can you explain that? What happened when you have been accepted to multiple schools? Because what is problem with ISC? So what did you do?
Yeah. So ISC was I think the second school that accepted me, and the deadline for the first installment was I think something like 2 weeks. And I knew that INSEAD, the answer for INSEAD will be much later than two weeks. So I decided not to pay because it was something like 8,000 euro, but to explain the problem with the woman of the admission. Saying I was not very honest, but I told her that my banker was waiting for the money I was waiting for the money to make the payments, and I gained a lot of time with that. But I think I should, I think I will have to be much more honest with it. But at the end, I received the INSEAD response, and LBS, I think, like something like three days later. So just for ISC, it was a bit short. Yeah.
So yes, so what is very important to see is that normally we try to work with our students so that they get the answer roughly at the same time. So sometimes the dates do not fit very well. So what happened with ISC, we asked them to have an extension, because ISC was at the beginning, ISC was your dream school, and finally at the end it was more INSEAD or LBS. So you asked them to wait, and they agreed that you wait. So but that's something, of course, Esteban, for which we have to be very, very careful. Okay, but that's why I'm here. I am here to guide you, to make sure that that you apply to all the schools at the same time. For you, Theo, you didn't have this problem. You were a bit scared, no? Because you applied at the last. You applied to the last round.
Yeah, only for the GMIM. Yeah, it was a bit difficult for the last one. I was only afraid about the scholarships, because well, that's the main point I wanted to have for a school like that, because well, 40, I think it's 47,500 pounds. So yeah, with even not counting the 100,000 yuan for Fudan. So yeah, it was very important for me to have a scholarship. So yeah, I was quite happy to have one.
Yeah. Because everything could have happened. Alors, basically, yes, there was someone else who had a question. So I don't know who else had a question. It was who else has a
I
question?
think we have questions from Marina in chat. She's
Yeah,
asking,
Irina. Yes,
before
Irina in
would
the
you say
chat.
it's ideal to prepare GRE or GMAT?
You say, is it ideal to prepare? Alors, basically, you both, Theo, you took the GRE immediately, then you started with the GMAT, and then you switched for the GRE. So yes, basically the GRE is easier. Let's put it that way. Okay. And according to you, Maïalen, because you prepared both, why? What makes the GRE easier than the GMAT?
For sure, the verbal section. The verbal section is much more easier to work, to practice. You have to learn some special words. You gave me the wall poster also, and I was in the subway doing practice with the Magouche application on smartphone. Very, very good. I recommend to you. And for the GMAT, yes, it was mostly the verbal section. I think the quant section was quite challenging, but with work and also with practice, you can really succeed in this section. But the verbal one was much more harder for me because of the English and also with all the rules, the idioms, the structure and stuff. That is why GRE was one of what was the best alternative at the end.
Yeah, and what do you think, Theo? Where have you adopted the GRE first, immediately, without even trying the GMAT?
Well, because for the GRE part, it's like Maïalen just said, it's easier to have a very high score for the verbal part. So when it comes to quant, you just have to, well, I would advise when it comes to the question you ask Irina to prepare, well, the earlier is better. So like if you really want to prepare for the GMAT, I think Dr. Hubert, you said it was like 1 year, something like that, to be sure you have a very high score.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
yeah, but for the GRE, it really depends. If you're good with the verbal, you might have a great score from the beginning. Same goes for the quant part. I'd say the quant part would be easier for the GRE in comparison to the GMAT. Also, so yeah.
So basically, you see, now regarding the preparation time. Alors, if you're going to graduate in 25, well, you can apply for round 1. If you want to apply for round 1, you have to be a bit like Theo. You have to be very, very fast. So it means that you have to be done with your application by late July, and then work on the GMAT or GRE in August, September, because the round 1 is in October. If you feel that it's impossible, then we'll apply to round 2. Usually round 2s can be in December, can be in January, so a bit later on, so that you have more time. So first, you understand that the issue, except for Theo, is the test. The test can take 2 to 3 months to get prepared. But if you work with us, I will make sure that we have already worked on the essays. Everything is ready on that part, so that we don't have like the stress of getting the letters, of getting the interview, of preparing the interview, of preparing the essays, of preparing the GRE. I want to put the application behind us. Okay. So famous last word, Theo. What do you want to advise? What do you want to say to the ESSEC BBA students?
For the ESSEC BBA students, well, go for MBA Center at least for the preparation of the GMAT and the essays. That's really a part. If you want to, if you're confident in your skill, in your writing skill, excuse me, go for the essay for the verification, even if you don't think you need so, because that's something when you don't have the habits to do so, it's always very interesting to have the opinion of an expert. So for that, excellent, nothing to be scared about. And when it comes to the GMAT, if you're confident in your skill, well, maybe try to do how do you call it? A fake test first? How do you tell test blanc?
Yeah, practice test.
A mock test, exactly, a mock test. Try to do a mock test first. If you see you have the result, well, maybe preparation, just the basic preparation for MBA Center will suit you. And if you have difficulties, go for the tutoring. It will be way easier to prepare it.
Yeah. Maïalen?
Yeah, I think same at Theo. Really capitalize well on your profile, your CV, your resume, sorry, your essay, because it's really what will make you stand out from your peer, and then try to work the test as earlier as possible in order to be confident in your application.
Okay. So basically, we have your contact information. So Xenia, yes, you have questions. So Esteban, you have a question. Yeah, Esteban, go ahead.
Yes, we haven't talked about this yet. Maybe we'll come later. But just about the English test, do you recommend more like IELTS or TOEIC? I've heard it's easier to read.
You need an English test, by the way, being an INSEAD student.
Not if you're a part of the English track. You just have to ask the administration. They'll do a little paper certification for your English level.
But I needed the IELTS for me because I've done the French track, and actually I had a score of I think 7 out of 9 at the
Which is good, huh?
first,
On the IELTS, yeah.
but it wasn't enough. So I redone the tests, and then I get like something less 7.5 out of 9, and it was better with the school. So try to.
So French track, IELTS is required. English track, no IELTS required. Okay, Mohamed. Question: how much?
Yeah, I can answer that. You have all the resources you need for the GRE and the GMAT. So you will have a common drive. I don't know if it will be the case for the coming years, but for me it was like that. I suppose for Maïalen too. You have a common drive with basically all the everything you need to prepare quant part. You have mock tests. You have different application you can use. Like I think you talk about Magouche, Maïalen, which is a great application if you want to prepare for the GRE. You have like 1,200 words, something like that.
Yeah. And if you have extra time, maybe on transport or during class, interclass, not classes, but try to do as many tests as possible.
Yeah, and you have so many things you can use on the drive. Like I've seen complete little, quant memorandum if you want to prepare to be sure you have everything you need to do a mock test. You have also the lessons every Saturday. If you want to participate, you can. Even if you're doing the GRE or the GMAT, doesn't matter. You have to work the quant anyway. So it'd be interesting to follow that.
Yeah.
And you have also some homework, I think. Yeah, and we have a WhatsApp group also with all the students, and you can have a binom also and work.
Study buddy. Yeah, study buddy.
Study buddy.
You work at MBA Center. You come to class. After each class, I give you homework. You work with the study buddy. Now we have even imposed that students to take a test, one test per week. And then you have our material, plus you use Magouche for the GRE and GMAT for the GMAT. You have everything. Of course, the big asset of MBA Center is the admission consulting department, because then we good at that. So basically, we say that for the GRE GMAT, we are just a test prep. But what makes us different is that it's an all-in system, and we do the test prep after that, the thing. You have to see also, Mohamed, that a lot of my students take private tutoring with me, and it helps them quite a lot. So, yeah, so basically, they buy an extra 50, 20, 30 hours to do to work with me on their tests. So you have everything that you need. And if we find out that you are not good enough on test, then we'll send you to Imperial, we'll send you to IE, we'll send you to ESCP. There are other possibilities for you to get a good school. But first, we try to go for the best, and then we can change our approach.
Yeah, considering the price point difference between MBS centers and other prep center, yeah, I'd say it's quite well to have everything in the application and not just the GMAT test, because
really
helps a lot.
Yeah. By the way, if you consider what we do, the all-in system is the price of a GMAT course in another test prep center. So we are pretty affordable. Voilà. So anybody, so thank you very much, Theo. Thank you very much for Maïalen. Of course, I will have the pleasure to invite you later on for an individual thing. But I wanted to have like a session specifically designed for DSA BBA students. Yes, so Mohamed, he has a question. Should they, Theo, you want to reply? Should they be creative? Do you see the question that he asked?
Yeah. yeah, you have to be creative. I think you have to be not necessarily creative. I'd say different in your approach, because if you're just doing something over ChatGPT, it won't work. Like no, you have to give the story. It's your own story, so you can't invent anything. Obviously, you can. I'd say exaggerate it, not necessarily, but it's already great if you have like leadership experiences that you can share. If you have, well, proof of work for anything, and if you had experiences that no one had, well, obviously it's a great plus. But you don't need to be the exceptional students who did everything already. But if you have great plans and you know what you want to do in the future, that's what they are looking for.
Okay, exactly. So thank you very much. I would have the pleasure to see you again, because Maïalen, you'll be in class with other of our students, Jean-Philippe, forgot there are 2 or 3 of us. Theo, we have many students at FBS, and I would have the opportunity to meet you when I'm in London. So congratulations again for this success. It's I'm always impressed at the end of the year when I see what has been achieved. And when I start with students, they tell me, no, it's impossible. Theo is a bright guy. Maïalen is a bright girl. I will never be as successful. And after 1 year, with hard work and commitment, we see that we come to something very acceptable. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
For everything. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Good day
Bye.
to you all.